I've had a little alcohol today, so bear with me. Anyway, we have a little bit of a special today. We actually have the whole Paradorch Parade in the same room. I know, I'm excited too. So, as always, I'm the Snow Sheep.
Woo, got the Chaz Doctor here.
Hey, howdy, hey, it's CK.
And tonight we're doing a podcast over Baby Driver while we're playing Crash Bandicoot, obviously. Normally we would be playing Destiny, but being that we're all in the same room, it's going to be a little hard to all three of us to play Destiny on one screen. So we figured we'd just find something that we can trade off on.
Yeah, I miss the days where, like, you know, in Halo, where you could have the split screens and things like that. I miss those.
Yeah, those are the good days of gaming.
Alright. Oh, and you got your boy the Chaz Doctor on the controls right now.
Yeah, Charge Doctor's playing right now. We were thinking about trading off every death, but depending on how well we do, we might trade off every level or every other death, just because this is a pretty tough game. And interesting enough, Charge Doctor and I have been streaming this for a little bit, and was this always this hard? It wasn't. They actually made it harder.
Oh, did you actually find out that they did make it harder?
I think they did. I believe they made it a little bit harder.
Although I do believe that CK brought up a very good point, though, about it. The fact that when we were kids, we were like, this was basically like our only game that we had access to. And it was like, you know what? If you got frustrated, it sucks to suck, because you know it's the only thing you have to play, so you're going to make it through it regardless. But now where we have, like, if I get frustrated on this, I'm going to go fucking play Prey, or I'm going to go play some Bloodborne, or, like, Destiny. Like, I've gone through 30 lives on a level, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to piggyback off that a little bit. I'm absolutely with him. If we get mad at a game, we just, you know what? Fuck this game. We're going to go play a harder game like Bloodborne.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of dumb. Here, I'm frustrated at this game. Let me go play an even more frustrating game.
But it's frustrating on a different level.
That is valid. I am dying of gruesome death instead of falling in the same fucking pit over and over again.
But you're doing it with pretty fur.
That is true.
The fur is glorious.
Yeah. It makes me wish I had a Bandicoot until my wife showed me what a Bandicoot looks like. Yeah, they're like disgusting little mole rats.
Oh, they're horrible looking.
Yeah, they are awful. Like I think this is my only association to a Bandicoot, and I'm like, oh, they're cute. No, they are not.
Oh yeah.
We're running a little bit of a different setup tonight. We're all talking in the same. I'm holding the mic, so if either of them are a little quiet or you hear rustling, it's because sometimes I talk with my hands, so I'll be shaking the mic or something. So if the audio is a little low, let us know. We'll try and fix it, or I don't know, deal with it.
Actually, one thing we did learn from the RTX is audio is key.
Yeah, audio is pretty important. So, like I said, we're talking a little bit about Baby Driver. We're more excited to talk about RTX. We attended the first day of RTX today. It was a little chaotic, and by a little, I mean a crazy amount of chaos was going on there. I think we stood in line for 90% of the day.
Oh god, yes, easily.
There was at one point we were standing in a line to stand in a line to stand in the line to get into the place.
And then we still had to stand in a line after that.
And we still had to stand in a line after that.
Yeah.
And the very first line we were standing in wasn't even a line. If you're familiar with RTX, there's people walking around kind of keeping things in order called guardians. And one of them walked by and goes, "Hey, y'all aren't in a line. This is nothing. Y'all need to go that way." And there's like, it was at least 300 people like, "Oh."
But y'all, since we are now getting through the first level, let's get into Baby Driver. Let's start. This is the movie that we decided to do our podcast on, and the reason we're doing Baby Driver now is because before that, there's literally been shit out for us to do. And our last podcast was over our top 5 action movies, actually. So now that we actually got another action movie going, let's get into our discussion of Baby Driver. Since I seem to have opened the floor on it, I'll kind of start us. I'm going to start off with the things that I did like about it, because for me, All right, if you have watched any of our podcasts, you know I'm pretty lenient. I am probably the most generous person when it comes to rating things because for me, it's really easy for me to like immerse myself in that world, really take away like the obscure things that people are like, that's outlandish. I basically get to the point where I'm like, I can run with that. Sure, why not? Oh, I totally fucked that up. Oh well. So we're gonna miss some boxes on this one. But this was a pretty low rated movie for me, but there were still some pretty good things that I liked about it. First thing that I really liked about it was the driving. The driving, I know this was a driving movie, and it did not disappoint. It was so spot on with some of the stunts they pulled, like just things that kid was pulling. Like, if I put myself in that world, that was mind-boggling what this kid was able to do in the car. Like, I love that about it. And I also love, like, also, if you're not familiar with our streams, be warned, there's going to be a lot of spoilers. So,
oh, yeah, good call.
Yeah, I was totally about to get into something, and I was like, ooh,
right. Well, this isn't a movie that really has too many spoilers in it anyway. I mean, it's an action movie.
Yeah, honestly, if you watch the trailers, you've seen the movie pretty much.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the one thing that really, really stood out for me as masterful was the fact that every time someone was shooting, it was during a song and it was going to the beat of the song. So, like, if it was like the Tequila song, someone would be shooting and be like, bam, 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 bam. Then you'd hear Tequila. And it was fucking awesome. Like, the fact that they were able to utilize that, it was brilliant. Like, it was so well done. And at first, I was like, when it first happened, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That might get kind of cheesy, but it never got cheesy for me. Like, honestly, I dug it all the way through for the whole movie when they did that.
Edgar Wright's always had a real knack for the sound cues and the music cues and stuff like that in all of his movies. Like, if you go back and watch some of his older movies like Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead, there's a lot of tiny little moments in it. Like, a character will make a facial expression, and in the background you'll hear like a printer beep. It's absolutely brilliant.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim's...
You know, I actually have never seen that movie.
Scott Pilgrim, it's a great movie. That's one movie that I'll recommend to everybody watch. Even if you don't watch the comic book, you gotta watch Scott Pilgrim. It's absolutely incredible.
Isn't Chris Evans in that movie?
Yeah, Chris Evans has got a couple scenes in it.
Freaking rocks it.
Oh man, because I saw the thing that was like, Chris Evans played this many superheroes in these movies. I'm like, Scott Pilgrim. I was like, okay, I guess that's a movie I haven't seen, so I guess I wouldn't see him in it. Oh, I fucked that up. Oh, I got it anyway. What? Oh, so there's only one thing? Okay. But, so, oh shit! Alright. That almost went really bad. That almost went tits up.
What were some of your cons about the movie?
Well, I had one more good thing that I did like. The humor that they brought to it was pretty spot on. Like, there was parts where it's like, it started getting kind of dry, but they would bring in some humor and it really lightened up the movie. And it really brought some good depth to it, I thought. And I know this part's in the fucking trailer, but it was still hands down my favorite part in the movie when the guy brings the Halloween mask and they're like, no, you're supposed to bring the Halloween mask. He's like, these are Halloween masks. No, the killer guy.
Oh, you mean Jason?
No! Oh, that whole scene cracked me up. I was like, I know I saw this in the trailers, but damn it. That was good. That was still funny.
It's Austin Powers. No, Michael Myers. This is Mike Myers.
No, the killer guy from the Halloween movies. Jason? No! But, yeah, those... Again, like I said, if you've seen our streams, I'm pretty generous. That is literally all the good things I pretty much have to say about the movie. Like, I'm usually good at finding a lot of good things, but this one,
I have stumbled across a force
the best, so I will get to my cons on this.
The crystals are the only means of containment.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty good little rant that I had, but now for the cons.
It is imperative,
I might need to get a glass of water here because I'm going to get parched.
to
But for me, the biggest thing, hands down, has to be the pacing of the movie. The pacing took me out of the movie so much because it started off balls to the walls, action scene, like he's listening to music, like they rob a bank, they're getting into it, the cops are showing up, they need to get the fuck out of there. It was awesome. Like, it was a great way to start the movie. And then it slows down, and it's kind of like them talking about the heist and what's wrong with baby and things like that. And like, there was these moments where it would just slow down so much, and then it would just pick right back up into a bunch of action. And it was just like, the way that it was yo-yoing me, I was not happy with it. It just kept taking me out of it, and I could not enjoy it to the fullest like I wanted to.
I'll add on to your right there. You take a movie like Point Break, which had a similar plot line, a bunch of bank robbers and whatnot, and it was kind of the same setup where it'd be action, and then it would kind of slow down a little bit and give some of the story of the characters, and then action. But I felt like that paced it much better than this one.
Oh yeah, like there's a way to pace it to where like it keeps the audience captivated. I just feel like this movie didn't utilize that properly.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can hit those things from here with one of those.
Okay. You're gonna get them at the end of the level.
I know, I'm just... Okay, so you know what, fuck, I guess we're just... I had an idea for the seals, and they were like, yeah, you know what, fuck you. Alright. That was ballsy. But yeah, the pacing is probably hands down the biggest thing for me that really dropped the score for me in this movie. Another one was the fact that the character development wasn't really there for me. Like, there's so many characters that you did see, but I didn't care about them. And then the main ones that you are supposed to be having a connection with, I didn't care about them either. Like Baby and his girl that he's falling for and all this stuff. They had some love story going on. Did not care for it. Like, I wanted to. Like, I tried to put myself into that situation and wanted to get myself immersed in that world and things like that, but again, that pacing took me out of the world, and it just made me not care about what was going on. And another thing was the conflicting thing that Kevin Spacey said. There's one point in the movie where Kevin Spacey is talking about, Ooh, what the fuck?
It's ice, bro.
Yeah, but...
You just fucked it up.
I didn't fuck shit. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Mental note. Not doing that again. All
So
right.
we said we were switching off every death, but bonus levels don't count because
Yeah.
you don't technically lose a life.
That was perplexing. No.
Okay.
Okay, I'm giving it up now.
Okay. Three strikes, you're out.
Fair enough. God damn. Yeah. But, okay, where was I at in my thing before that? Yeah, the love story, not a huge thing. Oh, Kevin Spacey's, basically inconsistency. There's one point in the movie where Kevin Spacey is very adamant about, he does not utilize the same two crews to perform a heist. The only same one he uses is Baby. Baby's the only same factor he uses. But in the first heist, they had a group of people that I was like, okay, I dig this group. And one of them was the guy that plays the Punisher now and the Daredevil. He's getting his own series. I forget his name.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Did you see that? When he belly flop leaves the imprint of the
Yeah.
I never noticed.
I think it's mainly only on the snow levels that happens on. We'll test it in the sand ones. But yeah, he says that he only works with he never works with the same crew twice. And so they have one crew, they do a job with Baby, cool. Then next time they have another crew with Jamie Foxx and the bass player from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And they have their whole scene. They do the Mike Myers thing that's fucking funny. And then Kevin Spacey's like, all right, I got another heist for you. You thought you were done? No, you got one more with me. And then he brings back Jamie Foxx and the fucking two other people from the first heist. And I'm like, wait. I thought you said you never used the same people twice, and you just used two of the same people from the two different heists. Like, and that really, I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, to me, that was very inconsistent on that. Although, to go back on the things that I do like, there was one thing that I did miss, Other than that one inconsistency, I loved everything Kevin Spacey said. Oh, you're gonna miss that box up there. Oh no, you can still hit it. Oh, I've always had to jump over that and jump on top of that box and hit that. That's what I've always done. Oh my god, I always thought weren't able to jump high enough. That's kind of irritating, honestly. That was always, I always got so mad whenever I'd break that box too. I'm like, really? I broke that fucking box?
Was it half a million?
Yeah. We're rocking that shit out. But yeah, that inconsistency, because there was actually technically 2 love stories going on in this movie, and neither one of them I really cared about. Although I did kind of like the fact that that chick went out Bonnie and Clyde style. Like at the very end where they're like, fuck you, baby, blah, 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 we're going to kill you. And that chick's just like, whatever, comes out of the car and starts shooting at the cops. And then the cops are like, fuck you. I was like, wow. Or the fact, yes, he did. He does do that, and there's times where he'll throw it up too. Yeah, the main part is the time that he pulled it out of his ass is the one time that Ren was watching me play it, and that happened. And she was like, "Did he just pull that out of his ass just like you did?" I'm like, "Yes, he did. Yes, he did." But let's see, what else about Baby Driver? Because like, you know what? I feel like I've said my piece. Like, other than the fact that I did. Going back to things that I liked was Kevin Spacey, and I did like the way that Baby killed Jamie Foxx's character. Like, that was probably the highlight of the movie for me when, like, because, like, they're at the very end, like, the climax, they're all yelling at Baby, like, you need to go, and, like, Baby's kind of having, like, this moral dilemma of, like, do I really want to be in this world? And there's, like, this, like, what was it, like, pipes and things like that sticking out of the back of the truck? Something like that was sticking out of the back of a truck, and Baby's just looking at it, revs the engine, and just fucking floors it into this thing, the back of this truck, and just impales Jamie Foxx's character. And it was just, oh god, it was glorious to watch that fucking. Oh, you should have got the Ooga Booga Super Tiki guy to blow up all that shit. Oh, it would have beaten your. That would have got you through the time. Oh yeah. Whoa, we'll go back and get the coin, the gems later. But that was my piece. Since the Snow Sheep's actually playing right now, I'll pass this off for the CK.
Well, hello everybody. Yeah. All right. So, I guess before I start talking about the movie, sidebar. I never really played the Crash Bandicoot games. I only played them a couple times at friends' houses. So I don't really know how they work. But I haven't played it yet, so it's all good. Plus, I googled images of what real bandicoots look like because they brought it up. And yeah, they are curious looking like rat animals, and they're not orange. Yeah, so that's that. I googled bandicoots. Alright, so now, yeah, in case you were wondering.
You know, we should put up an image of a bandicoot for this thumbnail.
Yeah, put up an image of a bandicoot for the thumbnail. Note to self.
Come back and watch this screen so I know my notes.
Right. Alright, so, yeah. Alright, so my general thoughts on the movie Baby Driver. I'm a sucker for movies with style, and this movie oozed style for me. As was mentioned, it's especially integrated with its musical cues and the soundtrack. The soundtrack was good, although it wasn't a standout tour de force like Guardians of the Galaxy or Remember the Titans, as the critic reviews are touting. So, yeah, good soundtrack, not like, you know, epically great or anything.
You know, I'm with you on that one, CK. Like, I did enjoy the soundtrack. Like, that was actually what brought those action scenes to life for me, is like the way, because he was so integrated to his music. That was like the whole thing of the movie, was like, he lives in his music. That's what drives him. Haha, Baby Driver. But they picked a good soundtrack for it. I really did think that it wasn't like a 10, but it was definitely, I would say give it a 7 for a soundtrack, for sure.
Yeah, And then, so overall, I actually very much enjoyed this movie, and I admire its attempt at novelty amid the drudgery of summer sequelitis and known quantities that, we've been having over recent years. The movie was pretty good at everything, although not particularly great or novel at any particular thing. So I say it was a solid, entertaining movie overall, but perhaps it's getting a little overrated if you're like looking at Rotten Tomatoes and such like that. So yeah. So watch for the hype.
Yeah, because there was actually something like when I got to Austin, I was sitting here with CK and we're watching some TV, and every trailer that came up for it was like, this is the best rated summer movie ever, and I'm like, did you not see the Guardians of the Galaxy? Because that was a pretty badass movie compared to this one. And so there's everything out there that's just like raving about this movie. Everyone on my Facebook is raving about this movie, and I'm curious if we all saw the same movie. Because, I don't know, my hype, it wasn't really there for me.
Yeah, so mind the hype. And then, proportion your expectations. Just another quick CK sidebar. I personally am not as in love with Scott Pilgrim or Shaun of the Dead as other people are. I'm definitely not gonna crap all over them. And, they're all good movies. I'm just not in love with them. Like people, like other people, I don't own them in my personal collection or anything.
Shaun of the Dead either, but God, I want to.
Right, so, the director of Baby Driver, Edgar Wright, he did Scott Pilgrim, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz. So, if you recognize his sense of style, it's pretty evident. So that's my sidebar. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get into what I liked best about the movie. And then, so number one on that list is, as I mentioned, oh my. Yes. Yeah, this is, Snow Sheep's rocking the controller.
Hello, whoever just joined the chat.
Those parts always drove me crazy when watching people play Crash Bandicoot, so I'm glad I'm not playing. And when I did play it in that little section in Uncharted 4, it also drove me crazy.
Wait, what? Uncharted 4?
Yeah, there's an Easter egg in Uncharted 4 where you can play one of those boulder coming at you levels.
Really? Yeah. Oh my God, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Are you strutting with him? Slow stride with him.
Oh, this level's the pits. All right. Well, okay, I'll get
down to the downfall.
Yeah. No, okay. So what I liked about this movie, number one, as I mentioned before, was the sense of style. Especially with the musical cues, is just all very tight and integrated, and I thought that was super cool. It really set this movie apart. Second is the sense of heist. Heist, baby. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. Yep. That's why we're paradorks.
That was just so subliminal for me. My brain. I'm just over here on my phone, about to try to log into page, and I'm just start going dun 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 dun. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. So if I'm a sucker for style, I'm also a sucker for a good heist movie. And then this movie, it delivered on what I wanted in some heists. And along those lines, a pro of the movie was cool yet short driving and heist sequences. So Charles Doctor was elaborating on this, like the driving sequences and the actual heists and robberies, like they're pretty sweet, but they don't last all that long.
They don't.
and it's interesting because this movie does them really well. So, you know, I would have liked it to, like, double down on that. But it kind of...
At least have, like, one... Like, keep some of the smaller ones, but have one really big chase scene that was, like, the balls to the walls. Like, oh my god, this is lasting, like, 15 minutes of chase scene. Because the way that they styled it, I would sit there for a 15-minute car chase scene and they were doing what they were doing.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. Yeah, what's there is expertly done and a lot of fun. Yeah, especially some of those driving sequences. Oh, we're going up to, well, we just went up to Bandicoot Heaven. Oh, jeez.
Like, the thing on here showed like you got stuck on a leaf. That killed you.
Well, yep, things... Jungles are dangerous.
Great.
You just drove right into the pit.
I'm just walking along like a smartass and I just fucking fall into the pit. Damn it!
But you're still on the good things you like at the time?
Yeah, couple more. My fourth point was quality actors brought to life some colorful characters. Shout out to Jamie Foxx and John Hamm. They're baller in what they do and everything they do. And
Did John Hamm guy that play Punisher?
no, yeah,
You might have mentioned that earlier when I was trying to figure
yeah,
out.
Joe Bernthal is played in the Punisher, and he was cool, but he was only in Baby Driver for like
1 second?
yeah, for just a few minutes, which is unfortunate. But anyway, yeah, Jamie Foxx, John Hamm did a great job. And the woman who played the character Darling, name is Isa Gonzalez, is fine as HE double hockey sticks. So, good news there.
So, stupid moment, just so you people can know a little bit about my life. I was watching the stream on the thing that y'all are seeing, and I watched Josh die, and I'm like, wow, he's taking this very well. And I looked up, I'm like, oh, he's nowhere near that part because this is delayed. I'm just stupid, so.
Yep. It's a semi-delayed gamer, I suppose. If you watch Snow Sheep's other stream, it's called the Semi-Crappy Gamer. Alright.
The Diablo streams.
Yeah, he's playing Diablo 3 and he was playing some Crash Bandicoot. Alright, final pro of the movie that I liked was the ending didn't sugarcoat it. It expressed consequences to to bad actions. While it, wasn't like the best, most fabulous ending, but I respect that it didn't sugarcoat it. It, the character learned that there were consequences to his actions and that he had to fess up. Ooh.
Okay, I will give you that. That is a pretty cool fact that they didn't glorify committing these crimes, basically. Which a lot of movies basically do. It's like, oh, you think robbing banks and running from the police and causing all this mayhem. Yeah, it's super cool. They glorify it, and honestly, no, you should actually show the fact that if you do this shit and get caught, there are consequences. You will go to jail like he did. Like, he went to jail for like 5 years or something like that. And so it's like, I'll give you that. Like, I never thought of it that way. I didn't actually see that end part like that, but now that you mention that, I'm like, I actually give them credit for doing it that way. So.
Right, so I'm going to move on to my cons for the movie. I felt like it didn't necessarily break new ground or do anything spectacular. Like I said, it had a good sense of style, cool driving and heist sequences, but it wasn't like mind-blowing, like this is changing my life sort of stuff. So yeah, and then we've kind of brought this up before. It quickly strayed from its strengths, which I just mentioned, once the plot got going, so revealing a generally so-so plot line. In fact, I don't even think that he had his headphones in for the whole latter half of the movie at all. and that was, such a big deal to his character. So yeah, I felt like they kind of abandoned everything they set up that was cool in the first half of the movie for just, advancing a fairly so-so, milquetoast plot line. Third con for me was the whole, for the villain, the whole, is he dead? Oh no, wait, there he is again gag got pretty stale for me. So there's multiple scenes where it's kind of like, okay, I think they got him. And then, 2 scenes later, pops back up, like, oh, okay, that happens. So that got annoying. And then, while I think that the leads, so that's Ansel Elgort and Lily James, did a fine job, I don't believe they were strong enough to carry the movie had it not been for an entertaining hook or concept. I felt like the leads, so the person who played Baby and the person who played the girl, they did a fine job in their own right, but I don't feel like they were strong enough to carry the movie had it not been for the entertaining hook or concept. Right.
Sorry, we're being a little ADD over here.
Yeah, we're actually trying to figure out. I stupidly missed these 2 boxes, and I just now saw my mistake, and I was like, son of a bitch, I now know how to do this.
Yeah, for such an old game, it's actually a pretty complicated game. Final con of the movie was John Hamm's haircut, which actually probably should have been number 1 now that I'm thinking about it.
His haircut?
Oh, yeah, it's atrocious.
Oh my god, I love you, Chris.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, probably should have been number 1. I'll save my score for when we're going over scores and verdicts at the end. So I'm gonna pass it off to Snowsheet for his thoughts.
So I'm kind of on the same page as Char's Doctor here. I didn't find a whole lot that I actually enjoyed about the movie. Like our Alien Covenant, I've actually found more that I disliked about it. I made a list here, and I kept it to the top 4 on each. 4 pros, 4 cons. I just didn't want to rant on it for too long. My overall, I love Edgar Wright's films. I love Shaun of the Dead. You can bounce on those.
I know. I wanted to see if I can jump over them so
Got
I
it.
can save all the.
Like I said, I love Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, the Cornetto trilogy. Love those movies. Quote them all the time. Watch them all the time. Scott Pilgrim, one of the best comic book movies ever. Arguably ever. Outside of the MCU. Outside of the MCU. I lost my notes. There. So moving on. Some of the pros that I really enjoyed. The driving. Like all 3 of us have said, the driving is actually absolutely incredible. And Edgar Wright said that he did it all practically. So none of that was CGI.
Really?
Yeah, so it was all practical driving, like kind of like Mad Max style, where they use very little to no CGI in the entire movie.
That's pretty cool.
My number 2 overall for pros is Kevin Spacey. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Kevin Spacey, I love almost every movie he's ever been in.
Yep.
As a side note, when Jamie Foxx was done filming his scenes, he would stay on set just to watch Kevin Spacey do his scenes.
That's awesome.
So that speaks volumes about this actor. Kind of going off of what Krister said, all-star cast. I mean, the top 3: Jamie Foxx, John Bernthal, John Hamm, Kevin Spacey, and then a couple really good cameos in there, hidden in there, like Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers was in there.
Fucking threw me off. I think he looked it up on IMDb, and I was like, Flea's in here? I'm like, okay, we need to remember this name because we need to keep an eye out for Flea.
Luckily, he's a character, so he's pretty easy to spot almost immediately.
Yeah.
typical Edgar Wright humor with the sound cues and the music cues. I did like the scene in the very, very beginning, the opening sequence when he's walking / dancing down the street. Some of the graffiti on the wall was actually the lyrics of the song.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was, and that's what I love about Edgar Wright is it's so subtle, and it's just brilliantly done. Brilliantly done.
Cool. Okay, that I didn't know.
So the opening sequence actually leads me into my first con. Was the music and dancing sequences went on a little too long for me. I mean, they just kind of dragged on for essentially the whole song, which was just kind of annoying.
Yeah, the dancing was a little corny for me. Like, okay, I can get, like, you know, you're kind of grooving, but he's, like, flat out dancing in the middle of the street, like, corny.
Yeah. Oh, man. My second con was you got a astonishing actor like and I'm sure we're all butchering this name. You got an astonishing actor like John Berthnall, and you have him in for maybe 2 minutes of the whole movie. Like, really? I mean, I could honestly probably. I'm gonna get hung for this one. I could have probably swapped out John Hamm for John Berthnall, and I think it would have been a much better movie. Much better movie.
You know, me personally, like, I might actually get hung for this one. What was the guy's name that played that Punisher guy again? Just so I can have
John Berthnall.
John Berthnall.
John B.
John B. Him. I could have replaced him with Jamie Foxx's character.
Yeah.
And honestly, they played the exact same fucking character, except one was black and had a little bit more jokes. Like, that was literally the only difference between those characters, and I thought it was weird the fact that there was like, oh, let's switch it up with this. Like, why? Why though?
Yeah.
We had a boss fight already.
Are you really?
Oh no, we got.
No, that's the boss.
Yeah, this is the boss. Oh.
Yeah, so they
Yeah, they changed that for sure, right?
back in the day, you know, you'd have the what is it, 5 portals for the levels, and you stood in the center and went up to the boss. Now the boss is a portal, and it's just really confusing.
Thank you. Okay, I wasn't sure if I was imagining that
No.
Because I was like,
Yeah.
I could have sworn you stay in the middle, you go to the boss, and then you go to the next level.
Then you fight the boss and go to the next level. Yeah. So my third con, I didn't give a crap about any of the characters in the movie. Like,
Nope, not yet.
I liked Kevin Spacey's character again because it was Kevin Spacey. Beyond that, I didn't really care about any of the characters. Like when most of them died, I was like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Except Jamie Foxx. When he died, I was like, holy crap,
Yeah,
that was shocking. I was like, oh my god, that was awesome. That was some Final Destination level stuff right there.
Took me back when he was taken out.
Yeah. And my fourth and final con of the movie is the best parts of the whole movie are in the trailer. Yeah. So if you've seen the trailer, you've essentially, in my opinion, you've essentially seen the best parts of the movie. There's a couple parts in it, like the whole Halloween mask mix-up. That seems a little bit longer in the movie, which is probably my favorite scene in the entire movie.
Yeah.
So yeah. Going from there, I guess that leads us into our final verdicts, our scores. Let me rephrase that.
And I beat that motherfucker.
And you beat the boss. Nice. So now that I'm done, I guess we'll go into our scores and our final verdict. So, Charles Doctor, why don't you start us out?
All right. So for me, again, I can't stress this enough. I am very generous with these types of movies. Like, I like to give them better scores. I like to see things like this do good, but for me, out of a ranking 10, it has to be a 4. This was a 4 for me, guys. This was definitely below average. Like, if you want to see this movie, I suggest matinee or wait for it to be streamable. Because I don't recommend paying top dollar for this movie, honestly. Like, do not use this as a date night movie. Like, just, like, if you want to see this, go during the daytime when, like, there's 3 people in the fucking theater. Because if not, you're going to be disappointed that you spent, like, $10 on a movie. Oh, no, we are. I'm just giving my verdict, and I just stopped moving for a second. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, yours is being weird. I don't know, but yeah, for me, total like, it is not. If you want to see it in theaters to support it, by all means, go for it. I'm not gonna deter you to not do that, but I don't recommend it. So that is my verdict. Time for fun.
So, absolute final say: see it, rent it, skip it.
Rent it.
All right, Krister, how about you?
All right, so I'm not as doom and gloom on the movie as they are. I'm gonna give it a 7.0, a 7 flat, which is distinguished on my scale. So that's if you recall, I gave Wonder Woman a 6.5, I think. So yeah, so I thought it was a high octane, thrilling ride, expertly positioned as summer popcorn entertainment with enough style and action to make it memorable enough. So it's not a Fast and Furious movie, nor is it the next Italian Job, so you're going to have to monitor your expectations appropriately. I believe that I would desire to watch this movie again. It's mainly just to watch Isaac Gonzalez. But my overall verdict is to rent it, ... or buy it on sale during Black Friday when it's like $8 or something.
Fair enough. I like it.
So yeah, verdicts are the same, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit. Charles Doctor and I actually ended up having the same score. I give it a 4 out of 10 as well. It just felt so flat to me. I expected such a great. Again,
Preach it, Snow Sheep.
I think what I need to do, what personally I need to do, is I need to start going into these movies with the blank slate and not have such high expectations for these movies.
I did do that with this movie, and I still didn't enjoy it that much. Okay, for me, when I see a movie that I'm like, damn, I want to see that. That is the only trailer I am going to see of that movie. I am going to sequester myself from everything else that has to do with this movie, any reviews, anything about it. When the second Avenger movie came out, I didn't even know that James Spader was fucking Ultron because I didn't watch any of the fucking trailers. Like, that was a shock to me. So that's how I see all. That's how I watch all these things. God damn it!
I like seeing some of the trailers for them. Just one or two of them, but
Start doing it my way. Like, it'll change your perspective of the movie.
I completely threw me off. To me, it was just another movie that really missed its mark, really missed its potential. Edgar, if you never see this, but I'm sorry, not your best role. Like I said, I'm a die-hard fan of your Cornetto trilogy. I watch those at least 10 times a year, and that's on my bad days. It's the Cornetto trilogy. So so in Shaun of the Dead. Okay, we're gonna pause on that. I'm gonna explain that to you here in a second. So my final verdict, my absolute, like I said, 4 out of 10. My final verdict, as far as see it, rent it, or skip it, I'm gonna say skip it. I'm gonna say skip it. I really am. And I'm sorry, but
Friend, explain it to you.
yeah, if you have a friend that's seen it, they'll say, deaf kid rolls up in a car during a bank robbery and drives away. That's the movie. There, I just explained it to you. You don't have to watch the movie now. All right. So that was Baby Driver, and now I'm gonna explain to Krister what the Cornetto trilogy is.
I know what the movies are, and I've seen them. I just have never heard of Cornetto before.
So in the UK, Cornetto is actually an ice cream, and in all three, nice. In all three movies, they actually reference the ice cream. Like, for example, in the first one, when Sean walks out to Ed, the one thing from the shop, he says, Cornetto. He comes back with the strawberry Cornetto. Yeah. And then in Hot Fuzz, they're sitting in the car eating a Cornetto. And then in World's End, I think it's towards the very end of the movie. So the world ends. Spoiler alert. The world ends, and one of them, I can't remember what character, but one of them walks up to a fence, and a a Cornetto wrapper hits the fence. And he looks at it all solemnly and sad. So, thus dubbed the Cornetto trilogy. And it's actually referenced because in the first one it's strawberry Cornetto for blood, zombies. The second one, I want to say it was blueberry, blue, cops. And then I think in the last one it was like mint.
I actually never knew that, honestly.
And the other thing I love about Edgar Wright is there's hundreds of cameos. I mean, there are so many cameos in his movies. It's unreal, absolutely unreal.
I mean, something less early than what I did.
So we touched on it a little bit at the beginning, but we attended the first day of RTX today, and I actually have something to admit. When we first showed up, I saw the booths for the tickets, or for the badges and passes. So we walked up. I'm like, okay, cool. So there's a line. And if you've ever been to a convention or ever been to a concert and kind of can visualize in your head what a merch booth looks like, or what a will call line looks like, it can be kind of chaotic. There's multiple people sitting there giving out the passes and everything. So I kind of just walk up and I just stand there. And there's like 2 or 3 people, and then the person giving the tickets. So I'm just standing there, and at RTX there's these people named Guardians, and they're like people that just kind of, essentially, they're, the best way I can describe them, some of them are ranchers, like livestock coordinators. No, cattlers, thank you. Livestock cattlers, or whatever you want to call them. Cattle herder. Livestock herder. That's what the word was. Livestock herder. So like, no, that's not the line. You need to go over there. No, can we move the line over here? Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I'm standing there. 3 or 4 people from the person giving out the tickets. Then I hear one of the guardians behind me talking to some other people. Says, this actually isn't the line. The line actually starts upstairs and is about 4 hours long. And I had arrived about a minute ago. So I just gonna stand there. I don't say anything. I don't even look at the Guardian. I just gotta stand there. And I got our ticket. I waited about 20 minutes to get our tickets as opposed to 3 hours. So if you're watching this and you waited 3 hours in that line, I'm sorry, but I actually skipped everybody. Probably.
Right. So we don't
have access to our real names, dude.
I am sorry, but I probably skipped about 15,000 people standing in line. And I am not exaggerating. There was that many people waiting to get their tickets.
In our defense, it was pretty chaotic and confusing.
Yeah.
It really was. It really was. And I mean, God bless those Guardians. They're patient people.
Oh my god. And you know what? I will say this. With how chaotic it was in the very beginning, they maintained it and they pulled it together.
Yes.
Like, they pulled everyone, like, no, everyone get in these lines. No, this is not the line you need to be in. No, this is where you need to be. And after that, everything started running really smoothly. Like, halfway through it, I was kind of noticing, I was like, it doesn't seem as chaotic as when we first got there. It was like, so props to all those Guardians. If any of y'all hear this, we give you major
props. And we'll be back there tomorrow for the Saturday. Hopefully this time we'll actually be able to catch a couple more panels that we wanted to see. We weren't able to see anything really. I mean, we caught one panel over streaming Twitch and YouTube, but that was about it. I think there's a box above that one.
Yeah, that's the one that...
No, you can just then super jump. No, then okay. So I really wanted to see these two aren't really familiar with the whole RT family. Krister watches the RT podcast every now and then. I watch almost everything. I mean, I watch Rooster Teeth, Achievement Hunter, Cow Chop. If you haven't seen Cow Chop, those guys are insane. They are insane. We were hoping to catch a couple of the Achievement Hunter panels, but we actually got booted out of line because it capped off. So tomorrow we're going to try and get there early, and hopefully try to go see... do you have the schedule pulled up?
What did we have? We had something that...
We had a couple things we wanted to see. Well, I know we wanted to go see... Krista really wants to go see Kinda Funny, so we're going to go try and check that out. We're going to try and get in line for that. Oh, I got the schedule right here.
Let's
Yeah, we want to try and go see the Let's Play. I don't know if we're gonna be able to, because that starts at 11. No, that's at the Hilton. So that actually might be a little bit easier to get into. So that's with Jeff Ramsey and some of the Funhouse guys. And then later that day, what was it? There was something else. Yeah, Kind of Funny's later that day. And then, the RT podcast at 4:30. We're going to have to get in line super early for
Yeah,
that, man.
pretty much straight from Kind of Funny to RT Podcast, if we're lucky.
If we're lucky. Kind of Funny lets out at 3:30, and RT podcast starts at 4:30. So we may actually have to duck out of Kind of Funny early if we want to even be able to get into the RT podcast. Because that's going to be a hellacious line. I mean, people may very well start lining up at noon, if not earlier, for that one. So we're just gonna have to play it by ear. We checked out the Expo Center. I bought a bunch of T-shirts. I spent about $95 on 3 T-shirts. Worth it, absolutely worth it. So.
Really pushing the Xbox to jump.
Oh, and for here, for the fan thing, if you want to get through it,
Slide.
R1 will slide. Or if you're more comfortable hitting, and it'll slide you faster.
Yeah, so run up and there, like that. So yeah, we're looking forward to tomorrow. We're all kind of tired, and really the only thing we did was stand in line.
Literally all day.
Like I said at the beginning, at one point we were standing in line to stand in a line to stand in a line to stand in a line to get into the expo, and I'm not kidding.
Without losing your little peaky guy, but that was awesome.
Beyond that, I think that about wraps it up for our podcast, and we may just continue streaming for a little while if y'all are up for it.
I'm down.
I could go on Crash Bandicoot for a while.
Right when he turned around, I'm like, that was probably a mistake.
Mistakes were made. We wanted to jump on those.
So tomorrow, RTX tomorrow is going to be pretty hectic. Sunday seems to be the super light day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. It's a lot of meet and greets. Meet and greet. Yeah, we walked around the show floor where all the vendors are, the booths. We'll probably do that again. They might set up something different. Might be a different vendor in there, or just go see if we missed something. You can't touch the green boxes, but you can go through there.
Oh, what the?
Yeah, just keep going. What is? Oh yeah, so Sunday at 4:30 is the Off Topic podcast, and that would be a lot of fun to go watch. But again, same thing. It's going to be insanely popular. Gonna have to get there pretty early for that one.
Oh yeah, I did kind of forget that this is kind of CK's first time playing Crash Bandicoot.
I'm probably like blowing all of our lives here.
Yeah, we've gone through quite a few of them. We were well over 20.
Yeah, when you said you've been blown through, I'm like, oh, you haven't blown through like 18. I'm like, oh, just a few. Those guys, you have to jump.
Yeah, they got spinies.
Yeah. Yeah, this brings you way back into the games. Like, you gotta remember like what you used to do when you were a kid in games, where you just had to jump on an enemy in your phone. Yeah, there you go.
Wingardium Leviosa. I don't know what you just said, but it's a Harry Potter thing.
Oh, that's why I definitely didn't know what you said. I still think it's so funny the fact that I was telling y'all that I was like, I never got into Harry Potter because I got to the 3rd one and stopped.
And that's the worst one.
Yeah.
That's the worst book.
Sure is.
And the movie's a lot better. The movie's a lot better than the book.
And I because I tried both, because for me as being dyslexic, like reading even the Harry Potter books were hard for me to get through. But that's just because in general reading is just hard for me. But I made it through them. I was able to. Yeah. And getting through the 3rd one was probably the most painful thing I ever did.
It's
Thankfully, I
definitely-
never read the Game of Thrones books, but
Yeah, the third book's definitely the slowest book.
It's definitely the most different too.
Yeah.
so I guess I still feel bad that I just never picked it up after that.
Do you own a Kindle, or have you ever read a Kindle? Like a newer one? Have you tried that dyslexic font?
No, I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, there's a font. I've been curious if it actually works.
Oh, I actually remember when
Called
you
like
mentioning that.
Open Dyslexic or something. Yeah.
Because there's certain words for me that just it's actually hard for me to look at them. Like when two eyes are next to each other in words, like I can't think of the word right now.
That's few and far between.
Like prairie or something like that.
Even like an L next to an I.
Those are really hard. And the worst for me was numbers as well when I was
right into the
cashiering
blade.
things. Although my favorite total was 771 because no matter which way I read it, it was always going to be 771. So that was always my favorite number total to get up. But yeah, like I's and L's, if they're really close to each other, it literally does hurt my eyes just to look at them because like it's just for some reason my mind perceives it as they should not be next to each other.
Yeah, well.
So, jump on them.
And
Jump up and hold circle.
Yeah, well, I saw that on my Kindle and I was just curious. Maybe that reopens your love for reading.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. I do believe everyone should, read a book every year or so.
I did. That was very entertaining. The snowshoe beam, the fucking mic stand that evidently moves.
You were talking, but you started saying something, and you kept talking, and you started saying something, and you kept talking.
Who cares?
Who would I put it in front of?
I figured I'd let CK give a shot at this.
I'm going to go back to the article. Sex party etiquette.
Oh, those fucking clickbaits.
Not that I ever have or ever will be invited to a sex party. But,
Who needs to be invited? Just show up.
if I do, I'll know the etiquette.
Part of me wants to. God, I kind of wish we had someone that was like on the stream that could be like, "Hey, I can hear y'all, all y'all fine," or "Hey, maybe when the other person's far away talking, move closer to them."
All right, game. Now you're being a dick.
Looks like it's gonna be coming back to me soon. And then I die in the same spot over and over again. Oh, are you just trying to get the last boxes?
No, I'm trying to get this damn pit.
I guess we are. Where's that part? Oh shit!
Okay, so I guess it's pretty safely assumed this is a NSFW podcast from my sex party etiquette article that I'm reading. So if you're going down on somebody, coming up for air and kissing somebody else, it's not a great idea, says the sex expert.
Oh my god, that is. Well,
Yeah, you learned something,
I
right?
learned something today. That.
Yep.
What if they smell nice down there?
Yeah.
What if like the girl did something and made it taste like strawberries for some reason?
Right.
Pretty sure
You'd want to.
someone would want to be kissing someone that tasted like strawberries.
Right, you'd want to share that.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want to just keep that all to myself. I'm not that selfish.
Yeah. So,
At a sex party.
yeah. Right.
I mean, the odds of them
Like I said, I've never been to or probably never will go to a sex party, but yeah, we now have the etiquette. I'm not going to share any of my pinkies wherever you want them. I'm not going to share any of my personal experiences or stories on the subject, but yeah. Yeah, if that's
Duke Nukem podcast.
yeah, that'll be for the future Patreon subscribers. You're gonna have to pay some money for that.
They gotta pay the money for
Yeah.
raunchiness.
Yeah. Or if or DM me if you're no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
My Twitter is, or my Tinder is this.
Not start soliciting sex.
Yeah, no, just yeah, no, total
Some
joking.
people say it's not a dating site, but you know, I beg to differ.
Right. So what were we talking about?
I don't know. You
So
were on
yeah, so Crash Bandicoot. Bandicoots really aren't orange. If that breaks your heart.
I honestly kind of wish that they were supposed. I wish they were cute like this. Like they really give you that expectation of like, oh, they're adorable.
I mean, they do seem like they have some crazy eyes. So maybe that's where they got that from. Oh.
Panicked. I didn't think I got it.
That was actually pretty. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll take the mic away from you so you can hear that. Ah, CK is checking our sound levels right now. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah. Oh, P.S. In case any of y'all were wondering why we keep dying so much, we're not good at games. Like, I mean, okay, yes, this game is pretty difficult, but we're not that great. We just do this for fun. Like, this is just our entertainment. And we just hope this entertains you as well, just watching our trial and error.
But note to the people, we did used to be good at Rock Band and Guitar Hero. That's a proven fact. There's percentages that go with that.
Yeah, we used to crush that. That used to be our shit.
Yeah.
We used to do the Bladder of Steel like a few different times. Like we didn't do it just one time.
That's documented. But other games, it's a different story.
All right, y'all are gonna get ready to see a secret here.
Whoa, that just blew my mind. I watched you go into there, and then I looked down here for some reason, and it showed you get spit out, so it made it look like you just got bounced out of the level. I was just like, wait, did you just... I need to stop watching this stream, because it's really fucking me up on watching him on here. So you're going to show us the secret, huh? That was a great secret.
That was not a secret.
I was like, I've done that many times. That was a secret. I gotta watch that. Like, I don't... That happened so fast. I literally blinked and you died. Oh yeah, you beelined it to the water. Like,
Yeah.
you straight up just like...
purpose.
Oh, it's interesting how far that is from mine.
Yeah. Different.
Try refreshing ours. That's weird. Oh, are you going for the time thing again? What the piss are you doing? What the fuck?
Alright.
You gave me an achievement. Trophy.
Oh, jumping the jet board.
High five.
See, yeah, I was gonna say, do trophies pop up? Anyway, we got a silver trophy. So this is CK here. So my experience at RTX day one was, like they said, waiting in line for probably like 60% of the time. Really wishing I would have brought my Vita. There's some people in line had like freaking Nintendo Switches, man.
There's like 5 people that had it.
Yeah, like I didn't even know there were that many in the wild. So first time I ever saw Nintendo Switch in the wild today at RTX. And people were actually using it like the commercials. It was great. Like somewhere...
The controller is super tiny.
Yeah, the little controllers and like these people's big hands. But anyway, somewhere like Miyamoto was like smiling down on everybody. Oh, it's not a bonus, is it?
We're like, when you put all of these Nintendo items in a certain sequence, Moto pops out from the mist and nods his head and gives you a thumbs up.
Yeah, Miyamoto emerges, smiles, and gives you the thumbs up, and he just vanishes. Oh, the Pinguino. Anyway, yeah, waiting in line. I thought the expo floor was pretty cool. It's just there's a bunch of booths with vendors, a lot of artwork. There's some arcade games. Once we got into the expo, there really wasn't.
All right, Craft. Now you just need to see. I hit the button. You didn't. Again, I hit the button. You didn't do what you were supposed to.
I can vouch for this, man. That's what was happening to me.
I'm about to turn all of our lives on this.
When you're getting chased by a porcupine.
But anyway, once we got into the expo, he just walks away like I always get my man. But yeah, not as crowded once you got in the expo, but I think that's because people kind of disperse to the panels and whatnot.
When I don't need him to, he'll do a super jump.
I personally didn't meet or shake any hands with famous people, but we did on the expo floor see some famous people. So yeah, they are in fact real people.
Come on!
I'm not to be creepy or anything, but I'm looking forward to meeting future love of my life, Barbara Dunkelman. She's on the Rooster Teeth podcasts.
Quite pretty.
Yes, Snow Sheep confirms that she's quite pretty. This is a very true story. Anyway, yeah, so good so far. Looking forward to tomorrow, especially for Kinda Funny and then the live RT podcast. So yeah. And I'm gonna bring my Vita, lesson learned.
Another quick thing. For those of you that want to check out a little bit of our experience that we did have at RTX, down below we do have our Facebook page, and I did do a little bit of live streaming. We did learn that we are able to live stream via Twitch, so tomorrow I'm going to give that a try, and we're going to see how that works out. So if you people want to stay tuned and see what's going on in the RTX and the ATX, that was fun to say. Just stay tuned because I'm going to be live streaming it, and I'm going to be doing it on Twitch tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I mean, if you want to see what our faces look like, go to the Facebook page and check out some of the videos because we are all on there. I think there's about maybe 3 or 4 videos that I did. That way you don't just see the Charles Doctor's ugly face the entire goddamn time. Bitch, fuck you. Go get those lives. Oh, that was nice. Oh, yeah, you shut me up, O'Connor. Right? Oh, he's got it. Are you trying to avoid the Tiki guy for the end? Yeah. Makes sense. Well, it gives you this infinite mass thing to where you're basically invincible for a while. So,
It's like the star from Mario.
yeah. That was good. That was a good way to describe that.
I have no idea. I think they're just like teasers.
Oh, I think it's probably a gem thing, yeah.
I know of no way to get up there. Anybody knows of no way to get up there?
Right, if anyone understands how to get those lives, please let us know. Again, we are not professional gamers. We are what the Snow Sheep likes to call us, semi-crappy gamers. Which, when I thought about it more, I realized I love that name more and more! I'm not even playing and I freaked out about that. Oh man, but yeah, RTX was a lot of fun. I actually started talking to this game developer guy that I'm actually gonna go back to talk to a little bit more with tomorrow. He's like the one that is part of the team that developed the game Layers of Fear. I think no, it was something. It started with an O. Oh my goodness, it looked really cool because the premise of the game was you basically, it's kind of like, think of Inception, but instead of going into their dreams, you're going into their memories, and you have to hack their brain to try to see what happened to them, things like that. And it's a psychological thriller where basically it starts off where your estranged son calls you for help, and you end up in this place like a hospital trying to save him. So like, I was watching the gameplay. Like this one douchebag wouldn't get up, even though the guy like went over to him and was like, "Hey, this guy wants to try." And he goes, "Well, I'm doing something." And the guy was like, "Okay," but. I talked with him anyways. It was fine that I didn't get to play it. I had more fun actually just talking with the guy. So to me, that was worth it. And honestly, like, stay tuned, folks. Like, with talking with him, I'm gonna possibly look into getting those, like, Layers of Fear and the new one. Yeah. Yeah. Like cause like I've noticed my streams all deal with horror. The only one that doesn't deal with horror is this one. Like, this is literally the only game that doesn't have to deal with horror. Let me try something interesting here.
Alright, Charge Doctor is back on the controller. Trying to... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say he's gonna bring the rally, but oh, not quite.
About that little porcupine guy.
Yeah, dude, this porcupine is out for blood, and he doesn't even have to like touch us. It's just like presence.
Right? Interesting. It's good enough for me. Woo. I'll take it. A win's a win. I think that was like my mentality back in Halo. Fucking win's a win. Although I did see some Halo there that was going on, I was like, oh, I kind of want to get down on this, but then I was like, I thought about it, and I was like, maybe that's how you get up there.
Yeah.
Huh. I think I might have figured that out, but I fucked it over. Cool.
You lucked out.
Yeah, I did.
That was nice.
Woo! Again, I repeat, a win's a win, folks. Oh. Well, I guess this is just...
Yeah, when we get the extra lives they're going.
Oh, that's right.
Might as well get that and you go run through the line.
What have we got?
Ah, damn it. This fucking ice is no joke.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
Oh, I'm not even mad about that. That was one of those I'm like, well... Alright, yeah, fuck you, porcupines! I just came and slaughtered all your kind. That was glorious. I'm gonna be very happy. Booga booga booga!
It is warm.
Amen. Woo! Yeah, we're Halloween chilling for warm. Keep the train, keep the parade going. Good, let them watch.
We still have our clothes on.
This time.
That never happens.
When you're not around.
What they do when I'm not around, whatever.
That's on them.
That's on them.
Hey, you don't know what happens during the parade streams. You don't watch them.
Well, I know y'all are too far apart to get in.
Yeah, we still have video chat.
I was trying to think of something quickly, and you got it.
Yeah, I'm there. I got you, bro.
You got it.
We made it, boys. We made it. Although speaking of Prey, I've actually been going back and playing through it again, and I've been having fun with it because I've been doing the kill everyone route this time. And oh my god, it is so satisfying just slaughtering everyone on Talos 1. Like, spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't played through this yet, but in Prey, there's a guy that basically shows up on the spaceship to take you in, pretty much, and he's kind of a dick, yeah. The first time I ran into him, he fucking shot me and killed me, that asshole.
Yeah.
But if you play it this way that I'm playing it, and you fucking kill everyone, he shows up and he's like, you know, I had different ways that I was gonna try to convince you to come with me. Like I was gonna get hostage situations. I had all these things planned, and no. But then he's like, but there's no one left on the station for me to kill. So want to team up? I'm like, sure, why not? I'll use you until you basically get me a spaceship, and then I'm gonna put a bullet in your head. So I'm pretty satisfied with
Good job.
I'm not sure if my controller is broken or what's going on here, because I'm hitting the button and nothing's happening. Fair enough. You know what? This is gonna go. Go. That was torch and circle and jump. Yeah, that's interesting. Alright, Crash. I need you to fully listen to what I'm saying. Crash. Alright, bro. Crash. Sir. Thank you.
What were you doing?
I could ask you the same about the porcupine. I'm trying. It's difficult. Crash is hard.
Yeah.
We are really gonna blow all of our lives. You know, when I play this at home, like by myself, I get pretty far.
Yeah, same here.
For some reason, whenever I stream it, I burn through so many lives. I'm just like, you know, I did not have trouble with this. I don't remember having trouble with this. And now I'm having mass amounts of trouble with this. Oh, okay. Alright, we got this. This is it. I'm feeling it now. What happened? Whatever. Pretty sure spins and attacks. Guess not. Alright, we can do this, y'all. I have faith. The sad part is there's no amount of wits that could probably help us in this.
Alright, last one. No pressure.
Alright. Time to add plus 20 to my...
Alright, let's go gamer mode here. No talking. We're gonna go silence on this one.
I might die right then.
Alright, too much of that.
Yeah, so what my last hit?
Nice.
Yes! Plus 20!
Not gonna beat the level.
Yeah. What? That wasn't...
Not gonna beat the rest of the level.
Where were we?
We came from the secret level.
That's right. No wonder. I'm like, why do I not remember this? That makes sense. Oh my god, that was a micro. Wow. Oh my god, we're just at the bonus level?
Yeah, just skip it. Just go.
Well, we need the lives. Yeah, I'm like, kind of. The only downside is if I die, yeah. Well,
No, he got a couple. And you don't lose lives in this.
That's great about bonus level. If they did that, that would be a dick move.
Yeah, I'd get it.
I get it. It's still be a dick move.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one life is so worth it.
What do we got?
That's what I normally do. When you just jumping out, what the fuck? You just did that? Oh, I think you already got the gym here, huh?
I don't remember. I think so.
Well, I guess you couldn't have because you would have gone through that secret level.
That part doesn't count.
Oh, it doesn't? Huh.
Well, because you can't go back to the beginning of the level now to get all the other bucks. So that doesn't count towards it.
Fair enough. Now, I think that was a level.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar. Trust me, mine fucks me too, don't worry.
Okay.
I feel good. We went from 0 to 5 live, so...
Yeah, I already got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that plus 20 in the gaming, that helps.
Yeah.
And for those folks of you that can't see me, I sat closer to the edge of my seat.
He went gamer mode. Shit got real.
I still love that picture of like, there's like 4 kids on the couch and they're all leaned back playing a game, and then 3 of them sit forward and the one lean back goes, shit.
What just happened?
Yeah, what happened? Oh god. And the look on his face is just like pure terror. I'm like,
Well, going from 20-something lives to actually getting the gym, that's a pretty good redemption, and I think that's a pretty good note to go out on.
yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten one of those before, so that's pretty legit. What do you have in your pocket?
You got a yo-yo. So we're gonna leave y'all with playing a yo-yo here, and
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us, though. We'll be back tomorrow, though, right?
yeah, stay tuned tomorrow. We're gonna have some more coverage of RTX, and
Join us on all of our channels and our Facebook, Twitter. They're all links to this Twitch and other Twitches. And yeah, check us out. Give us likes. Share us with your friends, please. Join us in chats and comments.
We will talk to you. We love talking to people.
Right.
I miss you, Knuckleface.
Yeah, we're trying to build a fan base. Please.
so this is Paradox Parade signing off. We'll see y'all tomorrow.